Hi, everyone. Look who I have. Wait, this way. Look who I have. I have Kirsten from, is it Champagne?
Third Eye Champagne.
There we go. Third Eye Champagne. I should know. I invited you. But that's how it goes with this one. All right. So, Kirsten, I am so thankful that you're here. I'm so happy that you accepted my invite to come. And I just wanted to kind of hand it over to you to explain what you do, what goes on your channel, all your good stuff going on. So take it away.
Sheila, I'm so pumped you reached out to me. I am just like, I'm really glad we're doing this. I love your vibes. I also love your hair. Like, can we talk about that? I've encountered people today. Every single person today I have encountered has had the best hair, and Sheila is like keeping the streak going. Like, it's on point.
Thank you.
It's very good hair.
Naturally curly hair and naturally gray. So there you have it.
Well, it looks gorgeous. We're just going to talk about Sheila's hair today. We're not going to read on anything. So if you don't know who I am, and some of you may not know, because although I have been credited with starting the reading on, politics and whatnot on YouTube, I got shadow banned pretty early on YouTube. So in case you don't know who I am, I'm Kirsten Langston. Sometimes people call me Auntie. My company is called Third Eye Champagne, and I do a lot of stuff. I don't just read on politics. I read on all sorts of weird stuff, really weird stuff. I'm into it. I'm into everything. I pretty much read on whatever requests people send me. So even if you're like, I want you to read on this really weird, cryptid I heard about, I'll read on it. Like, I love that kind of stuff. So right now, I want to let everybody know, you can find me on Patreon. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram. I am live the first 3 Thursdays of every month on both YouTube and Instagram at 4 p.m. Pacific time, FYI. But I'm going to be getting off Patreon and starting my own website. I actually had the meeting today with my website designer, my first meeting, and I also really good hair on that one. That's half the reason I hired her. I was like, okay, if you can do hair like that, then you can build a website. So I'm doing that. I'm super excited about it. I just want to get in a teeny little plug. I am crowdfunding for that. So if you want to donate, every little bit counts. I have people donating $3, $4, $5, and it makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. So
right, because this is your job, right? I mean, you don't have, that's your job, so that makes it,
This is 100% how I make my living, is by producing, creating, and starring in content and writing content. So I don't even do private readings anymore. It's really difficult to get into a reading with me just because I typically don't have the time. But the new website,
good. I'm so happy for you.
I'm so excited about it. And I want to have other people come in, people like Sheila, Linda G, other people that come in and can do guest videos, guest blogs, all that kind. Like, I want to bring the community up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want
Autumn. You have to have Autumn. You have to have Autumn.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Autumn was one of my very first viewers and one of my very first patrons. And not a lot of people know that. And I remember when she started doing her channel, she like emailed me. She's like, Auntie, I have a channel. And I was like, hey. Yeah. So yeah, if people want to donate, it's at givebutter.com/Third Eye Champagne. I would very much appreciate it.
Yeah, and she's going to text that to me or email that information to me, and I'll put that underneath this video so that you guys can definitely contact with that. Now, I have a question, and my curiosity, because I watched everybody prior to getting my own YouTube channel, but what made you do YouTube? What made you, like, what, tell us the story, how you got there.
Okay, so I am a writer originally. I have 5 novels, by the way. There are 5 novels. Yeah, I write a lot.
And So you're an author, and where can we get those books?
Anywhere.
On like Amazon.com and all that?
Amazon, you can order them on Amazon. You can order them on Barnes & Noble. You can get them on my store, thirdeyechampagne.com. You can get them on my store. You get a signed copy. Yeah, so I have 5 novels. And people are always surprised because they think when I say I'm a writer, they're like, oh, you write books about being psychic. I'm like, not yet. I haven't done that yet. These are all novels.
Yeah.
But I was writing, and I, at the time, was struggling with this really, really gnarly injury. I was unable to work. It was a whole thing. I was on disability. I got these doctors telling me, you're never going to work again. You'll always be on medication. You have to have all these surgeries. Meanwhile, I'm trying to, you know, write these books. But I can't get any traction. So I end up booking a reading. I find this guy on YouTube. His name's Andrew Martin Energy. And he was having a sale. This is literally how I ended up doing this. He was having a sale, and I thought, well, it's on sale, so I'm going to get it. So I get the reading with this guy, and I said, look, dude, I am frustrated. I can't get any traction with my novels. And he says, you know what? You need to be seen and heard. And I was like, well, yes, I completely agree with that. How do we do that? And he said, go on YouTube. And I said, stupid. Why would I go on YouTube? I mean, I completely blew it off. Why would I go on YouTube? That's a dumb idea. What am I going to do? Read my novels on YouTube? Like, you know, so I blew him off. Not to his face. I was like, oh, okay. You know how you do, right? Oh, yeah, I'll do that.
You have tact. Yeah, you have tact.
But I thought to myself, this guy's out of his mind. But the same day, I was talking to my cousin, and out of nowhere, she says to me, you should go on YouTube. And then the very next day, somebody else says to me, you should go on YouTube. And I went, all right, universe, 3 times. I get it. Usually if it's 3 times, I'm like, oh, okay. So you want me to do this. But then I go, okay, what am I going to do on YouTube? Now, I was working as a psychic. That's how I was making my money. I had private clients. And I thought, well, you're not going to go on there and read your novels because that's weird. But you could go on there and read cards. And I thought, okay, I'll do that. And then I thought, well, what am I going to read on? And immediately, instantly, it just hit me, Trump. You have to read on Trump. So I made the first video, and I want to say it was right around the first time he was saber rattling with Kim Jong-un. And everybody was like, oh God, you know, we're going to World War III. You know, everybody was just making all these, you know, they were going crazy. And I thought, okay, I'm going to read on this. And there it was.
Wow. Very cool. So you literally, you know, to have credit, you really did set forth a path for all of us to read political.
It was I started doing the readings. I actually took down the first 2 because I didn't like them, but I started doing it the end of February 2017 is when I started doing it. And I couldn't believe people were watching. I could not believe people. I mean, when I had 200 people watching a video, I was like, oh my God, you know, and then it ticks up, like within a week or 2, it had ticked up to like 1,200 people. And I was like, oh my God. And then when you hit, you know, you hit one of those crazy marks, like 80,000 people, and then you're just like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. And that is so cool. I love that story. And you just, and the part about the story I love the most is when you hit the 3, and a lot of people will just ignore that. What are you waiting for? The 4th, the 5th? Which one do you? But 3, that's a magic message for anybody who is wanting to do something.
It absolutely is. I fully agree. I've always told the universe that, all right, give it to me 3 times if that's what I'm supposed to do. You know, I'm like, you know, hit me 3 times, honey, and then I'll know.
Yep.
Because the first time, okay, it's a fluke. Second time, okay, maybe it's still a fluke. Third time, you're like, okay, so there is a conversation happening here, and I need to be on the end of it.
Fantastic. And so tell us the story with you and Linda G. Tell us that one, how you and her, to get there.
Okay, so we go back to, 2011, I want to say 2011. Same thing. Okay, so at this point, I'm not working as a psychic. I had read cards for years, but I never did it professionally. And I was kind of like, I don't know. A lot of these people are scammers. I mean, that's where I came from. It's funny because now I do it for a living. But back in the day, I was just like, you know, some people are real, but a lot of people aren't, blah, blah, blah. And this little shop had opened downtown in Benicia where I grew up. And it was called Angel Heart for You. And we went in to check it out, and there's Linda sitting at the counter. And the owner was there, Carol, and she said something, oh, you should get a reading. And Linda goes, yeah, you need one. And I was like, whatever. And I walked out and I left. This is like my MO, right? I just blow people off consistently and then come back for more, like admitting that I'm wrong. But I kind of blew her off and I left. I mean, I wasn't rude again, but I was just like, oh, sure, I need a reading, whatever, lady. And I leave. And then with this injury, the pain was so bad, I could not wash my own hair for a year. I mean, that's like, I couldn't move.
Oh.
I could not reach out. I could not reach up. I couldn't do anything. I was writing books using dictation software. I mean, that was my, and just managing this pain. And I got really, really desperate. And all these doctors, again, were telling me, you have to have all these surgeries. You're going to be on this medication forever. All this stuff. I got very desperate. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go back down and see that lady. I'm going to go see that lady. So I went down. I booked a reading with Linda. And she, at that point, she did not have a ton of clients. I mean, I remember her, being in the store, just kind of sitting there and waiting for clients. Now, of course, you can't get in to see her at all. But that she took me right in, and I do the reading, and she, let me tell you something, girlfriend, right? So she's giving me the lowdown, and she's like, blah, 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 blah. And I thought, okay, well, that's helpful. So I leave. About 6, 7, 8 months, I come back. I book another reading with Linda. And at this point, I had been reading cards. I went back to it. And somebody, it was a relative, gave me a deck of Smith-Waite. And I've never used it before. Up until then, I was using other decks. But they said, you gotta do this. You have to do this. And I thought, I've got nothing else to do. I'm in pain all the time. I have no job. Okay, fine. So I go back in. I see Linda, and she's reading me, and she goes, you know what these cards mean, don't you? And I said, yeah. And she goes, you're a psychic. And I was like, kind of. And she goes, read me right now. And I'm going, what? Okay, but I do. And this is the first time in my life I had ever read anybody without cards. I had no cards, so I just read for her. And she, like, jaw on the floor, she was like, you need to work here. And wow. I just said, what? And she's like, girlfriend, let's go talk to Carol. You need to work here. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, oh, my God. Because I needed a job. I mean, I wasn't, I was broke. Disability does not pay money. I mean, it's just like you're in pain.
Right.
What can you do? So I interviewed with Carol, and I got the job. And then through that, Linda and I just became really good pals. And, we'd see each other down at the shop. Then we started hanging out, having lunch, having dinner, talking on the phone, reading cards for each other. And then when I started my channel, it's hard to imagine this, but Linda was going through a dry spell down at the shop. And she called me up and she said, girlfriend, can you help me out? I need clients. If you can possibly imagine this. Right?
I can't imagine.
Right.
I really can't.
Right. Right. And I said, well, I don't know what I can do for you. And then I go, well, come be on my YouTube show. And she was like, oh God. She was very like, I don't know. What if they don't like me? I mean, you can't imagine. Right.
No.
And I was like, no, come on and do it. And I remember the first time, because I would always wear my big eyelashes. I would put my confidence lashes on. And she came over and she held out the lashes and she goes, put them on me. So we're sitting there with our lashes on. And that is how Linda found YouTube. I mean,
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a wonderful story. I mean, these are like beautiful backstories and how everything is connected. I'm so jealous that you get to see her face to face, to be honest with you.
Oh, I haven't seen her since Rona started, and we keep saying, like, as soon as it's over, we're gonna hang out. As soon as it's over, we're gonna hang out.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's vaccinated now, so it probably could, but I'm still being a hermit.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, make sure that it's all done. That's what I'm waiting for too. The verdict is coming in. They said the verdict, everybody's in here wondering about the verdict. So waiting in for the verdict. Somebody said 10 minutes from now. Who said, I thought it was not going to come in until 4:30. Everybody in the chat, the verdict about Derek Chauvin. So do you want to go ahead and bust that out right now, since everybody's kind of anxious about that? Thank you for telling me this story. That was fantastic.
Thank you for asking.
Yes, I love it. I love learning the backstories of how people get started and how they get on there and do that. So you are actually, so you and Linda really are our, I don't know, I call Linda the queen, right? And and so I'm so thankful for you guys for paving the way. All right. It says, let's see, donate to Kirsten's to help start her own website. Absolutely. All of my moderators are posting all your stuff in the chat.
Thank you, mods. I can't see your chat, so I don't know what's happening. So thank you, mods.
If you want to see it, you can use your phone and just go on my channel if you wanted to see it. If not.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. You can see it. If you have your phone right there, go on to my channel and the live is there and you can monitor the chat as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
My phone's like wilding out right now. I'm gonna leave it for now. I mean, I think there is a conviction here, but I don't know. Yeah,
You've already laid down? Okay.
There's a conviction, but I don't think it's going to be what everybody wants. So if everybody wants, him to be utterly punished completely to the fullest extent of the law, I'm not sure that's going to happen.
I have also the surprises in there. I also have balances between giving and receiving. So that I think is maybe talking about the balancing between giving and receiving. So whatever the verdict is, it's like he does get punished, but we have to also, I don't know. That is weird energy that's coming in right now.
Yeah,
so
it is. I know. I've got the.
Okay, so let's ask if George Floyd gets justice. Let's go there. Let's ask it that way. Does George Floyd get justice?
Are we talking material justice or karmic justice?
Well, does he get justice for his murder? Like, does he get... Does that make any sense?
Justice from the courts.
Yeah, from the courts. Let's do that. Yes, justice from this verdict.
Justice, and then I'm like, this is karmic justice. This isn't, material justice. So I like to specify.
Yeah, let's see if he gets justice from this verdict.
I believe he does. I'm curious to see what the cards say.
I got the Hierophant right off the bat.
Yes. Yeah, he does.
Ooh, pain.
Oh, but
loss.
Look at that. See, same thing. Surprises. There's that Tower card. So something's a little bit interesting here with this verdict. Yeah, Floyd gets the Sun. So yeah, there's justice here. Definitely.
I do opportunity for change. I also got the Wheel of Fortune, the opportunity for change. There's a lot of things going on with this verdict. I mean, this verdict can change the course of any officer out there thinking that they can do this to another human being, because this is laying down precedent of what could happen. Also, it gives the George Floyds of this world justice that somebody's being held accountable. Yeah. All right. Let's get out of that. Oops. Somebody will monitor the verdict. I thought it wasn't coming on until 4:30. I thought.
I thought it was later, but
that's the nice thing about the chat and everybody in the chat. They'll keep you up to date. Are you okay over there?
I'm trying to get into it. My phone just keeps cutting out of it.
Celtic Tarot-Sheila.
Oh, I'm following you, honey.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. And then so I can brag about that. Yeah, Kirsten follows me.
I going to get an echo if I do this, I wonder?
Just turn it all the way down. That'll work. 4:30 Eastern time. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. There's the chat.
There's the chat.
Say hi to the chat.
There you go.
All right. What else are we looking at?
Okay, so what else are we looking at? And yeah, I want to also bring up and mention that we also have a pink supermoon coming up on April 26th. So we, make sure that it's not going to be actually pink. What this was named after was a pink flower to indicate to everybody that it's time to start planting your crops. It's time to, start all of your stuff on that thing. And then the second one of the year is a supermoon will be on May 26th. So we have that energy between the 26th of April to the 26th of May. Oh, so I don't know if...
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry.
It's okay.
Is that the one in May? Is that the lunar eclipse?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
I think it's on my calendar. Hold on. I write everything astrological on the kitchen calendar. That's how it is. It is. Yeah.
Oh.
It is. Yes, it is. On the 26th in May, it is a full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius at 5 degrees. So we're going to be having the full moon in Scorpio, which is going to be opposite Uranus and Taurus. That should be interesting. And I want to say Pluto goes retrograde the very next day. So that you're right. Full moon to full moon is going to be real interesting.
It could be interesting. And there goes the question. What is government going to be doing in between all of that with the world? Because that's some energy. Especially in Scorpio, because Biden is a Scorpio. He's going to be full powered in between all of this. So let's read and see what it says.
I will say I haven't read the article yet, but Susan Miller, Astrology Zone, she tweeted something just yesterday about how she feels like this full moon coming up is going to be pretty gnarly. I haven't had a chance to read what she wrote on it yet, but I'm like, oof.
Yeah, I feel it. I'm so sick and tired of the last energy I just walked through, that almost depressive, almost angered stuff. I was really I was so tired of it. I remember waking up, I was like, I am tired of this energy, because it was very stressful, because I'm not a depressive person and I'm not an angry person, but when the energy is right there with you in your face, it takes everything you have just to be who you are.
Oh yeah, especially when you're an intuitive, it's 20 times worse.
Oh yeah.
That was some gnarly energy.
It drugged me around. Literally.
Yeah, that was
all right. So let's see. Let's see what in the next month what government and foreign affairs are going to look like because of the energy.
I think we're looking at a Rona surge, even more surgier than we're already surging. We're looking at a Rona surge. That's what I see in these cards. She's on the move.
Wow.
And we've got the vaccine here, so they're going to be really, really, really pushing the vaccine all over the world. That's what they're giving me right now.
Yeah,
Rona. Just there she is.
Yeah, the Rona.
There it is.
Yep. I actually got Biden, which is always my King of Cups. My Biden is the King of Cups in that diplomacy. I also got the Page of Swords, which is the messages about business. So he's really going to get into messages about business. However, the self-imposed, there's going to be something coming up where he feels self-imposed, like wrapped up in something. And I don't know what the self-honesty brings change, maybe that self-honesty brings change, because we also have the high priestess coming in, the science and the wisdom. So I think maybe that has a lot to do with the coronavirus, because the science and the wisdom of what's going on and how we're going to handle it. I also have the Six of Pentacles, which is, that generosity and that charity. So I think a bill gets passed. I think our, whatchamacallit, bill gets passed, our infrastructure. That charity, the bill.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think infrastructure is going to get passed. I also previously saw he's going to compromise more on that than any of us want him to. And I still feel that. I still feel that he's going to compromise. Yeah, that's what it is. He's going to compromise more than we want. That's what it is.
That's what that is. That's what that card is, that compromising and imposed because of what he's doing. And the talents in the profession doing the groundwork. So that it tells me right after the bill is passed, the groundwork is going to be done on the infrastructure. Then we have the Knight of Swords, the bravery and the courage and the conflict to going out and getting it done. Like, see that guy there? He's just charging out and getting everything done.
Yep.
So, yeah. Okay, good. Good. All right. I'm taking some questions from the chat. If anybody has something, put it in all caps, because that's how I see them. Let's see. You said that you're coming off of Patreon?
I'm coming off of Patreon, yeah.
So I was wondering about Patreon. I don't think I was ever going to go over there because I wasn't, that ambitious about stuff. But is there something about Patreon that you don't care for, or you just wanted to break free?
I like Patreon. Actually, it's a really good platform. But I don't even know how I got this idea. But I thought, you know what? I want my own website. I'm going to be the Goop of psychics, I've decided. So,
what's the name?
Goop, Gwyneth Paltrow's. Yeah. Gwyneth Paltrow's website. She has her Goop website. I'm going to be the Goop of psychics. Yeah. I just thought, there's so much more I could be doing. I'm limited by Patreon's platform just because of the way it's built and their rules and all of that. But also there's just so many different experiences I want to give people. And it's difficult to do that on Patreon. So building my own website is ideal.
Oh, perfect. And you'll be able to run your Cuba. They want to know about the Cuba.
Oh, yeah.
Will the new president of Cuba improve the relationship with us? Okay, with the U.S. After this question here, so the verdict shortly on Chauvin. So they're announcing that it's coming shortly. So I guess we'll.
I'm getting chills.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Linda. Your chat, Linda Sandoval says you will succeed, Kirsten. I saw it. Thank you, Linda.
Aww.
Verdict to be announced.
The verdict in a minute.
Should we wait? No, we should read, right? I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know if we want to cut, kind of like cut this short and come back on another day so everybody can watch it. I don't know. I don't know what to do. What do you think, Chris?
Oh, let's just read on Cuba. Let's do it.
Okay, let's read on Cuba and see what's going on. We're all over the place because it's the energy of the country. The energy of the country is all over the place. We're all anxious. We're all, doing the dance.
Yeah.
Yep. We're doing the dance. All right, let's do Cuba.
Future of Cuba. And the guy, I forget his name already, of course. But this is the first person that's not in the Castro family to lead the Communist Party.
They have a new president. When did they get their new president? I haven't been following the Cubans.
I don't know if they've installed him yet, but I know it's either already, it happened a couple days ago, or it's about to happen. Ooh, Cuba. This is interesting. I'm so curious to see what cards you get.
I got the good stuff, the 5 of Cups, the happy, what do you get? The celebration, the rewards, the Ace of Pentacles, they're bringing up everything. But, and they're also, he has to deal with the poverty in this state and in his country. I also have the Six of Cups where it's the innocence. He's going to definitely get down to the innocent people and get them taken care of. I think he's really going to do really good. Well, I got Ace of Pentacles and I got the Ace of Wands. Oh yeah, that's 2 aces for this guy. And I also have the Wheel of Fortune, which talks about him getting everybody out of the. He's really a good guy. What the heck?
He is. This
what do you get?
Man, I want to say it's Miguel. I cannot remember this guy's name to save my life. But there is some real weird stuff going on here. It looks to me like either he is corrupt or he's going to be dealing with corruption. But there's corruption in these cards. I also do see him dealing with poverty in some way. That's here. And I also got the Ace of Pentacles as well. So there is something where he's dealing with poverty. I don't know if he does as good of a job as he thinks he's going to do, quite frankly. And yeah, devil's at the root of the reading here. So yep. They're going into either unknown territory that's not great, which I'm kind of thinking there's some kind of corruption here. There's either it's him or he's getting rid of people that are corrupt, but there's some kind of corruption. He comes across as a really good leader though. So I get the same stuff. I don't know if he is a kind and loving leader. I'll say that because he's not really getting those cards here for me, but he is getting that he is really good at it and that he's good at getting what he wants and that he is good at implementing at what he wants.
I agree. I also got the Ace of Swords. I mean, he got 3 aces with me.
Wow.
But you're right. The only one that he didn't get was the Ace of Cups.
Yeah. There's no kindness. There's no kindness on this guy.
He's just gonna get in there. But he did get the Six of Cups where he's going to protect. He's gonna have a little bit of a goodwill and kindness towards the the innocent.
Yes. Yeah. He wants to take care of people, but I think that part of that is just because he thinks it's going to make my country good.
Yep. Yeah. That's fantastic.
I just keep looking at this chat like, okay.
I know the jury foreman has come out, hasn't come out yet. Nothing has been read out. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I know, right? I have like pins and needles over here.
Yeah. I don't know how to, unless I have it on my thing. And put it live where everybody can hear the readout on it. I don't know if that's something we would want to do. But the verdict is making me very anxious. I know, but I have a good feeling about it. I do.
Oh,
I checked in with that energy.
That's my friend, my Moon Pluto Astrology, Miss Eliza of Brooklyn in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Aw. Where is she at? I'll make her a mod.
Oh, she's in there somewhere.
What is her name again?
Eliza of Brooklyn. Yeah.
There it is. Okay.
We're all just waiting.
I'll add. Yeah, we're all just waiting on that.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, put it live for us, Sheila. Okay. So let me find it. I won't be able to watch the chat like I was because I'm going to go and find it on my channel of the verdict. And then once it comes in, I don't know how I'm going to know that it comes in other than, okay, I have a plan now.
Okay.
I have a plan that I'm going to go back onto my chat. And when our chat says that they are coming out to read it, I'll pop over and have it read. And we can just listen to it.
Okay.
How's that sound?
I like that plan. Okay.
All right. So let's keep on reading. What else? Is there anything that you were interested in the political realm or anything like that? Do you want to read on Gaetz and see how deep? Because every day we get something more. His little ex-girlfriend.
Let's take a little peek at Gaetz. I love to spill some tea on Matt Gaetz. Oh my goodness.
Me too. He's got a mortal enemy. I did a remote view that he has a mortal enemy after him because I saw him inside a merry-go-round, and Matt Gaetz sitting inside this merry-go-round. And I saw this mortal enemy standing at the merry-go-round, and every time that merry-go-round slows down, that man just spins it back up again. I mean, he's got a mortal enemy. And then I saw other people joining in. So Matt Gaetz has really
Yeah. Well, you know what? You reap what you sow, and that man has sown a lot of trash.
He has. And then we'll read on Devin Nunes because he's also back in because of the oligarch, the Russian collusion.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh my goodness. Things are popping
Yeah,
off.
it is. It really, really is. I'm like, there's so much.
Well, you know, they just saw it too. The report came out and said, you know, Michael Flynn was in contact with Konstantin Klimenik. I'm going to say his name wrong, of course, which we all knew. I mean, but you know, now it's out and about that he was definitely passing information along to Russia. And I feel like it went under the radar. I feel like not a lot of people talk about it, but it's actually huge news. Matt Gaetz.
What do you got?
Can I ask you this, Sheila? Did you ever see Matt Gaetz like being specifically punished? Because it's never shown up in my cards.
No, I haven't got him there yet. He's in big trouble, but I haven't got him to the end where he gets punished yet.
See, I haven't either, and that's interesting to me.
It is very interesting. He's in a lot of trouble, but he also can tap into big money, and he also can tap into big lawyers, and he can tap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And their reach is far. I mean, their reach is far with judges. Their reach is far with everything. So, but I do see him leaving, like maybe the Senate. Like he may not be put in jail, but you've got to go.
Yeah, I think at some point he either doesn't run for re-election. I don't think he's going to retire. I think he might just not run for re-election because right now he feels to me, just away from the cards, he feels to me like he's really grinding his heels in. Like he's just like, nope, I'm not going.
Yeah, and I also feel him sick. I don't know what kind of a sick, but I feel him sick.
You know what? I'm wondering if he's having trouble with his alcoholism because he is coming across as the King of Cups for me, and he feels drunk. Like there are times where I'll read on the King of Cups, and the card itself feels drunk.
I got the Page of Cups, so that would make sense where the immaturity and that goes into him. That Page of Cups, where he's stuck in his college years, where he can drink all he wants, party all he wants. You know, take advantage of women because apparently he hasn't gotten out of being attracted to 17 and 18-year-olds. He's like this. Yeah, he's like this constant little immature little frat boy.
Yeah.
But I do also see him defending his territory, which is unbelievable because of the juggling it. So I see these two defending, you know, that lawyer defending his territory and then juggling his energy and all of his power around.
Yep. I see that.
Well, we have poetic justice with him because, you know, spirit won't let anybody get away with nothing.
Yep. I fully agree. I think it's going to be poetic justice with Gaetz. I don't think he's going to go to jail. I don't see any prison stuff.
I have never got him there either.
No. No.
I think Autumn and if you guys haven't subscribed to Autumn, you need to go to Autumn Black and Orange Tarot. Go do that now. But she's so sweet. She has gotten him into gotten as far as him getting into a lot of trouble and stuff like that. So maybe she's seeing something that we're not, but she definitely has gotten him farther into that trouble than I can.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting. I don't know if any more tea is going to come out on this guy, but I think he still has skeletons because the cards are showing me that he's still worried. He's still worried there's more stuff.
Yep, that was part of my remote viewing as well. Is because it's like this guy, he's gonna spin it up like this guy is like this is not the only thing. It's like more and more and more. And somebody in the chat or the comments said that it probably was Dick Cheney because he threw his daughter under the bus when she voted to convict Trump at the whatchamacallit, and they think that maybe he now is like, oh, you messed with the wrong daughter. And he has a lot of power as well.
Interesting.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah,
we gotta talk more.
Well, yeah, right? There's more skeletons for this guy for sure.
Absolutely. He needs to leave the Senate. So let's see if he leaves the Senate. Let's go all the way to, I don't know is he up for election. People in the chat will know when he's up for election. Is it 2022 or 2024? Bye, Greeter TK. Bye, Teresa.
Everybody in this chat is so sweet to each other. I love that.
They are. I really have some really good moderators and really good subscribers as well. Barbara at Queen's Adventure Tarot 2022. Barbara, do you have a tarot? Do you have a YouTube channel? I like always making the YouTube channel tarot readers moderators so that they can be seen easily and help.
That's a really good idea.
It is. I think so too. I think that we should all, I have my mods like Linda Sandoval and stuff like that. They're all fantastic, but Queen's Tarot. Okay. Fantastic. There we go. What did you get?
I mean, listen, Gaetz gets called on a lot of stuff. He's going to get called on it for sure. The judgment card is here. People will be passing judgment on him. For me, it does typically show him walking away. I typically get those cards, 8 of Cups or something like that. The Chariot, something, 8 of Pentacles. I'm not getting that here. I'm getting a different message. And the message is he's going to get called on it. But that's about it. That's all I see right here, right now. What do you see?
I actually, I don't see them removing him from Congress. I see maybe they remove him from the teamwork. Because I see the 3 of Pentacles like this. I have the 9 of Pentacles, which is that working, and they remove him from the teamwork. Like maybe he gets removed from his committees. The Hierophant shows up over the King of Swords. That means that the Republican Party is always going to protect him.
Yeah.
I also have the Strength over the Knight of Pentacles, which is that steady progress and that study the inner demons, studying the inner demons with the Strength and all that. It's never his. He will always be under the microscope from here on out. From here on out, he's always going to be under there, but his wish is fulfilled to stay and all of that.
Yeah,
I'm so tired of this guy now.
I know. I think he doesn't rerun. I think when he's up for election, he just doesn't run again. But I think he plays out his existing term.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Republican Party, it says yes from the committee, and then he loses his election. All right. So lots of people get the same hit. All right. Onward, upwards and onwards. Maxine Waters. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, Auntie Maxine.
Yeah.
Well, she just made a comment. I don't know what else is going on, but I know she just made a comment saying, if the right verdict isn't reached, that people should more or less go cray cray. I mean, she came out and said it. If they don't get the right verdict, people should take to the streets and be forceful. I want to say she used the word forceful. I could be wrong.
Well, that's a shame, because then the other side's going to say that we invoked a riot.
Right.
That's a shame. But I see it too. I see the jury reached a verdict in. Okay, so I'm watching to make sure that they have. I'm going to. Yeah, I hope they do.
The aftermath of the verdict.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's just see kind of what energy comes out.
Yeah. Bathrobe Tarot. Have you met Danny yet? Do you know who Danny is?
No.
Bathrobe Tarot. Oh my gosh, Kristen, you would love this guy.
Yeah.
We have to do a thingamajigger with Danny.
Oh yeah, I'm totally down.
Yep.
Does he return in his bathrobe? I mean, what is it like a?
He has this funny thing. He started his YouTube and he was in his bathrobe, and so he just called it Bathrobe Tarot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love that. Love it.
Me too. Oh, he has helped me out on my channel so many times, pulling off some great pranks and prank things. I mean, he's, I love that guy. If he wasn't married, I still wouldn't marry him, but I would because he lives in California. But
love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, I really like Danny. He's pretty cool.
Wow.
If you guys haven't gone check out Danny from Bathrobe Tarot, I have doggies here barking, of course.
I know.
I'm gonna put it on silent until they.
She's telling the dogs to be quiet.
It never works. They never listen to me.
No, no. Dogs usually don't. They have a mind of their own. They're like, I can do what I want.
All right. So what did you get for the energy after the verdict?
You know what? I got a little bit of a mixed bag, but I got, and this is what I love here. Okay, highly emotional. This is our only major arcana. Oh, no, I take that back. There's 2 major arcana cards. Highly emotional. But yeah, look what I got too. Same thing, the Star and the 10 of Cups. People are happy about this. But
I got the 3 of Cups.
Yeah, people are happy about this. I got the Aces. I got the Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. I love to see that here. But then we have these little guys. So there is a little bit of funk after, but it may not necessarily be aggressive or even disappointment. This may be people going like, oh God, you know,
Yeah.
like now I can really feel all these emotions. Maybe people were holding it in, you know, how upset they were, but these are beautiful cards. Beautiful cards.
I absolutely have to agree with you. I got the High Priestess. I got the Sun, the shining the light on it. I also got the 3 of Cups where they're very happy with the verdict. I also got the 6 of Swords, moving from turbulence to calm.
Yeah.
Moving from turbulence to calm. I also got the Knight of Pentacles, steady progress in the movement of making sure that this doesn't happen. Wishes fulfilled, very satisfied, and moving forward.
Yeah.
The Chariot, moving forward.
I happy.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just watching to make sure that we're not missing in the verdict yet.
I feel like they said they were going to announce this verdict like 15 minutes ago. It's a good thing we didn't stop the video.
I know. We would have been waiting forever. All right. So I also want to do Maxwell. You know who I'm saying? Justine.
Oh,
Epstein's chick. Yeah. Epstein's girl.
Ghislaine. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
because
God,
they're.
This is horrible. This is horrible. I read on her, I want to say last week, and this might be a patron exclusive. I don't remember because I get confused what I do on, you know, public and what I don't. But this is TMI, everybody. Plug your ears if you don't like it. I got that she had a yeast infection. It came.
Well, you know what that makes?
It came.
Wait,
through.
it would make sense.
I'm reading on her and I'm going, oh my God, like she needs some diflucan. Like this, I mean, it came through and it hit me like a ton of bricks. I always get some of the dumbest information. I mean, the things I can tell
it makes a lot of sense
at this point in life.
It's funny. Well, they had a thing out where her cell was disgusting. She wasn't flushing her toilet after that. She was extremely dirty. They made her clean.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yep. So the fact that you came across that she wasn't even showering. They couldn't get her to shower.
Oh, I did not know any of that. Oh, wow. So yeah, she definitely gave herself a little yeasty then. Oh my God.
Absolutely. She probably has yeasty growing all over her body.
Oh my God. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Thanks for letting me know that. I did not have a clue. Wow.
Yep. That's why I want to kind of read on her and see where she's at, if she is going to. What is her verdict? What is her? Because we haven't heard much. Is she going back to court? When's her court date?
I know we haven't heard much at all.
Yeah, that was exactly. She was disgusting. They had to make her in prison clean her cell. Do you know how dirty that has to be? Because they don't really care.
No, they don't care in prison, especially when you're a child molester. I mean, not that she's a child molester, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. She looks like that child trafficker.
Yeah. She's on the fringes of, you know, child molestation. Like she's trafficking kids.
Yep.
Oh, girl. She wants to throw so much money at this. Look at all the money in these cards. She's just like, buy them off, buy them off, buy them off, buy them off. Pay off everybody.
Yeah, she's still trying to tell everybody she don't know nothing. You're absolutely right. She's still trying to tell everybody she doesn't know nothing, because she also has that betrayal, that, you know, that lying card, the Three of Swords, the Six of Cups, childhood memories. You know, I was damaged, I was a victim, and then she's trying to throw that magic around. So it's like she's trying to be that magician, lie here, lie over here. I also have spiritual guidance. She's claiming God's telling her something, but she also has the Ten of Swords where she's feeling the heat. I also have the Eight of Swords. He made me do it.
See, so she's giving me this. Out of all these cards I put down, this is the most important one. She's giving me Page of Cups, which is, you know, the Nazi excuse. I was just following orders. I was beholden to Epstein. I'm a victim too. I was just a child. You know, how old is she? She's probably older than me. But I didn't know what I was doing. I'm innocent in all this. She's still trying to play this innocent BS. And in the meantime, this woman is throwing money around. Look at all this money she's throwing around. Look at this. Plus Wheel of Fortune.
Wow.
Big money. Wait, I'm not done yet. I got one more money card. Look at all this money she's throwing around, dude.
Wow, she's really trying to buy her way out of this.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
That is that attraction, that money attraction. I'll give you this if you get me out of that money attraction.
Let's make a deal.
That two Epstein.
No, let's make a deal. Was it Bob Barker? Let's make a deal.
I don't know. I do remember that show. How old are we?
I know, right?
I do remember that. Ooh. You know, she's going to run out of money because she's not making any more because she's in prison. She's also going to run out of friends. She's going to run out of everything.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It says innocent innocent until proven guilty. What was that? Innocent until proven guilty. These people that run the jail and prison systems are sadistic. Well, that's weird. That's a weird statement.
Well. She's not well. Her energy comes across as super sick. She's not well. I wonder if she got the Rona. She's not well.
I wonder. Yeah, because the prisons are just rampant with it.
She's not well, man. There's something wrong with her physically. I can feel it. She's super weak. Oh, that reminds me. Do we have any word on Alexei Navalny from Russia? Do we know how he's doing?
I haven't heard anything, but let's go ahead and read on him because people are asking me to read on him.
I know. Last I heard, they took him to the prison hospital. They were saying they were going to force feed him. His wife came out and said, "Please let him see his personal doctors. He's on the verge of death."
Okay, yeah, let's read on him and see what's going on.
It's weird. I've been weird hits of this guy randomly when I'm not working. And today I was brushing my teeth and I was getting energy on him. And I feel like it was almost like he was talking to me. It was weird. But he was basically saying I expect myself to die. I would rather die than live in prison or with what they're going to do to me. If I don't die from a hunger strike, then Putin's going to kill me. I mean, he was giving me all of this stuff just randomly.
Okay, somebody in the chat says that they sent him to a hospital in Russia.
Interesting. These are really interesting cards. I'm curious to see what you got.
Yeah, these are weird, actually. I am having a hard time reading the energy that's coming through. I have this star, which is that hope and that faith.
Oh my God, so do I. which I did
Yeah,
not
that hope and that. No, I had that hope and that faith, but I also got the Eight of Swords right underneath it that imposed.
Oh, stop, Sheila, stop.
I'm not kidding you.
Look at that.
Yep. And I also got the Hermit in the Chariot. Did you get that?
I did not.
The Hermit in the Chariot, meaning maybe he's going to get out of prison because moving forward, the Hermit in the prison.
I thought, God, maybe they're going to let him out because he actually has, okay, I don't have the Hermit and the Chariot, but what I do have similarly is the Emperor and the Sun.
Yes. And getting out.
This is interesting. But see, I don't know. Because he feels really, I'm like reading him and I'm like, this guy, his hold on life is really tenuous. I feel like, quite frankly, he could die within the next 24 hours, knock wood, that he doesn't.
Yeah.
And yet these cards are really good. So it's weird.
Yeah.
The verdict.
Well, I also have the seat. The seat is.
The judge is about to speak. Here we go.
Okay. Hang on a second. Let me find it, and then I will play it. Oh, come on, Sheila. You can do this with a quickness. Oh, why are you not working now? What the frig, man? Okay, maybe that one.
Please be seated.
Can everybody hear that? Can you see the chat?
Members of the jury, I understand you have a verdict. Members of the jury, I will now read the verdicts as they will appear in the permanent records of the 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota, County of Hennepin, District Court, 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota Plaintiff versus Derek Michael Chauvin, Defendant. Verdict, Count 1. Court file number 27, CR 20-12646. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to Count 1, unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:44 p.m. Signed, juror foreperson, juror number 19. Same caption, verdict count 2. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 2, third-degree murder, perpetrating an eminently dangerous act, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Signed by jury foreperson, juror number 19. Same caption, verdict count 3. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 3, second-degree manslaughter, culpable negligence, creating an unreasonable risk, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Jury foreperson 019. Members of the jury, I'm now going to ask you individually if these are your true and correct verdicts. Please respond yes or no.
Okay.
Juror no.
Wow.
I'm so thankful. Okay. I gotta get it together. It's so emotional. It's so emotional. Guilty. On all accounts.
Wow. Woo.
Yeah. Thank God.
I know.
Thank God.
Wow.
Yeah. Hang on a second. I gotta pull that down.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Wow.
Okay. They did it, Kirsten. They did it. It's that empath in me. So sorry. I'm not.
No.
These are tears of joy.
Not at all. No, in fact, I'm actually thinking about way back in the day, the Rodney King verdict and how different it was. And seeing this verdict when it so easily could have gone the other way in the face of white supremacy.
I agree.
You know, it wasn't a guaranteed guilty verdict. It wasn't. It really wasn't. It's sad that it wasn't. But it wasn't. But I think for me, looking at this, like I said, just thinking back to that Rodney King, I mean, I was a child when that went down, but it's emblazoned on my brain. I mean, you can still see the video. I mean, what was I?
Me too.
7, 8, I don't know, but I feel like this means we made a little bit of progress today. You know, not a lot, believe me, not a lot, but progress. Since
Well, this was huge, because from here on out, everything that Derek Chauvin did can be considered murder now.
it sets precedent.
Yep, it sets precedent. So from here on out, if you have that man and somebody's begging for his life, you are committing, that's it. You're done. If he dies in your custody. I mean, if they keep that, all those actions that he did up, they can consider him, you know, like attempted murder. I mean, these people had, now the shift of power has gone back to where it should be.
Yep.
Police, if anybody knows, they all know my job. They have gone way above and beyond the power of to what they should have been given. You don't get to play God. That's the message that they have just given to this man. You don't get to play God.
Yeah, this man and every cop in America.
Every cop in America now just got a message. You know, do your job as asked, not go above and, you know what I mean? Do your job as asked. That's all we want you to do. Whew. Okay.
Are you okay,
Bail.
Sheila? Should we say goodbye?
No, I mean, I don't know what else to read on or anything like that, but we've been on for an hour, but he's definitely guilty, and it says something here, says take a time out. Yeah. Bail was revoked.
Oh, good.
So he's being amended into custody right now.
That's good.
Yeah. Everybody's like, don't go.
I know.
I know. I did a quick remote. I don't know if you know that. I do a lot of remote views now. It's kind of my growth spurt. But I did a remote view as soon as they let I told you about this already, didn't I? As soon as they let the jury go to deliberation, I went and saw in each one of them and see if they were green, and they were all green, and so that they were all on the same page and they were all in agreement, because everybody was worried about a hung jury. And I thought to myself, is that somebody telling them a direction? You know what I'm saying? How they do it? You know, this is what we want you to do. But they were, you know, the juries are not allowed to read any or see any news or anything like that. So, okay. Looks like he got a bit of whiplash.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch it again. Are you watching it? Guilty.
Jury decided so quick. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. Wow. I honestly believe that when they got in there, they said this: is he guilty? Everybody says yes. All right, now let's go for the counts and get those done. Once they got all three of them done, they were done. They're like, let's go. Because I'm pretty sure that was probably the biggest one. Is he guilty?
Yeah.
And if they had a consensus of that, all they needed to do is go down and see if he was guilty of each and every one of the charges, and that's probably what took them so long. And they made sure that the state paid for breakfast and for lunch, and then they're, you know.
Yeah, no, that's, you know what, it's you know, it's difficult for me to watch videos like that. I can't do it. I'm just too sensitive. I'm an empath, so it's too much. It's just too much. It'd be too much even if I wasn't. But the energy coming off of Chauvin in that video where he is murdering that poor man, it's almost like serial killer energy. I mean, if you read the energy of that guy, and it's hard to, right? Because especially when you're watching the video, because you're having your own reaction, you're having your own emotions, and you're having emotions about George, and there's George's energy also in there. But I remember, I watched this video twice. The first time I watched it and was totally screwed up by it, of course. The second time I watched it and I read Chauvin, and I just, it was coming off of him. When you say you don't get to play God, that's what it seemed. It almost was like this narcissistic, egoistic. If I want to kill you on the street, I'll do it. I mean, it was that kind of energy.
I completely agree. And the thing about this, it made a little, I don't know if you know this or not, and you probably do, but those two, George and Derek, knew each other. So it's not like he was like a stranger.
No.
He had something behind that.
Oh, yeah.
I completely agree. He removes, how many times did he have a chance to not kill this guy?
Right.
They counted him. This guy said something, this guy said something, this guy said something, this guy said something, the little kid said something, the other people that are standing there said. I mean, he had so many opportunities to just listen to what was being said, including George Floyd, who was saying, I can't breathe and they're killing me.
Yeah. You know what's
so he had
sad to me is that all these people are recording this man dying. They're recording it. And the reason they're recording it is because if they went and they tried to pull him off, they would have gotten shot and killed. Immediately, instantaneously, one of those cops would have pulled the gun and killed them. So
absolutely.
Even if as a crowd they move forward and said, we're pulling him off of George Floyd, I mean, that could be a death sentence for you.
I 100% agree. The only thing they could do is be the best witness ever. And that's what they did the best. They were the best witness for this man so that they can get justice for it. And they knew it. Because you can't go and pull a police officer without all the other police officers, going after you. You can't just do that.
Nope.
So absolutely, they did what they could do, and they were the best witness ever.
Absolutely, hands down. Hands down. And you know what?
Thank God they did that.
It is more difficult spiritual lesson, quite frankly. I'm going to get deep now. I'm going to get deep on y'all. But it is a more difficult spiritual lesson to have to stand there, be impotent, and witness the injustice rather than stop it in its tracks. And sometimes you have to do it. Sometimes you have to take that lesson. And sometimes you can't go put hands on someone and say, no, I'm not going to let this happen. Sometimes you have to, the only thing you can do is bear witness. And it's hard.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the laws will change. Even if somebody has watching a cop do this, that they will be able to go in and interfere, because that's the thing, was there was nothing there saying that somebody else could have gotten this man off of him.
Exactly.
And so maybe there's going to be a lot more back to the people. You guys are empowered to change the course of somebody in custody because you're watching this cop go rogue. So, but that holds on, that goes to a whole new realm. That's probably years and years down the road for all that kind of stuff. So I'm just very thankful that the verdict was guilty on all 3 accounts, and that we now get to go forward. And, George Floyd has changed the world. In fact, George Floyd, I know that Martin Luther King was an empowered man, but he didn't have the platform as George Floyd did. He had the platform of the world. You know what I'm trying to say? Kudos to, but George Floyd was somebody who had the platform of the world. And we had social media, and his death got all over the world. So he invoked the emotion and the compassion of the world, which in turn we all know metaphysically probably had a lot to do with the verdict of this man too, because they knew.
Yeah, I mean, I think it also, we're just evolving into a discussion, but I think it also,
I agree.
it also speaks to a very large problem with white supremacy in this country, because in order for something to happen, we had to see a Black man as a victim. We had to see a Black man not taking initiative. MLK was seen as militant, so was Malcolm X. They were put down immediately. With George Floyd, the way he got to wake up the world is still operating within the confines of white supremacy, which is a problem. You know, if George Floyd had come out and said, you know, and was a revolutionary, let's say it was different. Let's say he didn't have to be victimized. You know, how would that fare? The fact that he was victimized, to me, speaks of the larger framework of white supremacy in America, that we're paying attention because he's a victim. But if he weren't, if he were out there, let's say he was out there like Auntie Maxine and was saying, you know what, let's riot or whatever, I think we'd be talking really differently about him right now.
I do too. I really do too. It happened exactly the way it was supposed to, in order for this country to wake up. And George Floyd, you know, how we have to, sometimes this is the thing, is we have to lose big in order to gain something. And we lost big that day. But we also, it won't be in vain anymore. So
I hope not.
All right, my dear. Yeah, I think we should end on a good note.
I agree.
That
Sheila, thank you so much. This was so much fun. And
Yes.
you know what? I don't do a lot of collabs usually because I'm so busy. And I feel like this was totally meant, because when you hit me up, I had nothing on my schedule. And I was like, let's do this. Usually I'm so busy, I can't really hook up with other people, because I know everybody kind of collabs, and I'm always kind of over here like the little outlier. And it's usually just because I'm friggin' busy. But this was awesome. I'm so glad that I was able to do it. I'm so glad you reached out to me.
Yeah. Yeah. We were live at the moment, the turning moment of this country. Think about that.
It's historic.
Yep, it's a very historic. So I am going to get off here and go cry, because that's what I feel like doing, because I'm so happy. But thank you, Kirsten, for coming on, and I hope we get to do this again. I hope we get to add more people to our joy, because I could do like 4 or 5 people.
Oh yeah! Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
We're like all
Yeah, we could just like fill up the whole screen and just have a wonderful day. So thanks everybody in the chat. Stay right there for just a second. Go ahead and give them your best smile, because this is at the end of the video, which stays forever. So